Roger that, sir.
Hey, keep moving!
Damn, no way! Rudo? Damn it! How many more raiders are we gonna have to deal with?
You best think hard about your next move. Rudo's one of us, got it? And we protect our own.
You I can work with.
Stay with me, Gris. You've gotta hang on. Rudo. No! Damn it! I can't stop the bleeding!
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Gris!
Calm the hell down! You'll go see the woman in No Man's Land, but it's not gonna be today! Damn, you're strong! I can begin my new life of thrilling adventure. Or so I thought. It's just the right size. Whoa! Perfect! Not too sweet or too sour. These are the best berries I have ever harvested. All right! Man, I love my new skill! Said no one ever! Thanks to my new skill, I currently work as a fruit farmer. Sounds interesting, right? Not quite the adventurer lifestyle I was hoping for.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going? Philip, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I was wondering, wait, it ain't 7:30 yet.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess he ready to go early. I guess I shouldn't keep him waiting then.
Oh, yeah, is it, yeah, 4:30 or?
Yeah, makes sense. But how's your day going? I got a heavy rainstorm over here just earlier.
It's actually kind of same over here. It was a little bit rainy, but it's kind of sunshine coming out now.
Same here, same here. I get some sunshine as well. But yeah, it was like coming down. It was very windy. There's a lot of rain, but at least my car's getting a nice wash.
True.
So there's that. But yeah, everything good. I know it's halfway through the week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good too. Been pretty busy with stuff. I actually just got back from the studio today, for Vending Machine Season 3 and another one which I haven't announced yet. I was actually hoping to announce it before before the show today, but I'll do it probably after. So
Yeah,
um,
hey, don't give me all the goods for free.
yeah, no,
Save it for later, buddy. I don't want to do that to you. But yeah, I'm just terrified how these weeks go by fast. Like, just slow down, please.
yeah, true.
That's all I'm asking, man. I just want to slow down for a bit.
I agree.
So
I could definitely use some time.
there you go. Well, if the small talk is over, I guess we can go ahead and get this thing underway, shall we?
Yeah, whatever you think. Let's do it.
Sure thing. So I like to start with the small talk first. I don't want to rush into it now.
I definitely
Take it.
understand. I'm the same way.
It's exactly. So happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Phil. I'm host of the Conversation Podcast, and I got a pretty special guest with me here today. You may recognize him as Aiden Call, the voice of Folio from Gachiakuta. By the way, last weekend that show has won 3 anime awards, so congratulations to that.
Super
So
excited about that.
exactly. So the show's been great. I've been watching a few episodes, and I want to keep watching those episodes as long as they still come out. So it's nice to have you here today, Aiden.
Thanks for having me, Phil. It's an honor to be on the podcast, and I'm excited to have a little chat today.
Sure thing. Now, before we get into it, let's start a little bit of an icebreaker. Sorry.
No
Um,
worries.
Now listen, I did not know that you and Showman A were together. So there's one icebreaker I want to ask. What's one place that y'all really want to go to? Like any magical place, like any country you've been to before?
Oh man, well I know that neither of us have actually been to Japan yet, so I know that's at the top of our bucket list is checking out Japan. But for me personally, my travel bucket list is Iceland, 100%. I want to go to Iceland very bad. I know I'll make it happen at some point too, it's just a matter of when and getting the itinerary together and all that stuff. Want to see the falls and just everything will be super cool. But yeah, Japan and
Hey,
Iceland for sure.
yeah, hey, I'm trying to go to Japan too, hopefully for my birthday this year.
Yes, do it. Here,
So
flights are just expensive.
I know, but thing is, they said it's less cheaper for Japan right now, so this might
Interesting. I'll
be
have to
might
look
be a
into that.
good omen. Might be a good moment. I hope that's the case. I don't want to change the prices on those plane tickets.
No doubt. We'll have to go check it out after this.
Yeah, but I do want to go to Singapore and Vietnam. Oh, and also Italy.
Oh yeah, definitely want to check that out. I've
Oh,
only
oh,
been. Oh, you go ahead.
and and Barcelona too.
Yes, I want to check out Barcelona as well. Definitely on my list.
Mhm. Yeah, and sorry I interrupted you. You said there was one place you wanted to go to.
I would say the only place I've been to in Europe is London, and that was on like a connecting flight to South Africa. So I'd like to see a little bit more of Europe, be able to spend a little bit of time in the UK, see Scotland and stuff like that. Just Ireland as well. Just see all those places. I think it would be super cool.
Okay, sweet. Well, shoot, hey, make it happen. Looks like you can make it happen.
Yes.
So I hope to listen. I've seen so many of you guys go to different countries. Like I think I saw Sean Gann go to Japan earlier this year. Yeah, he
Yep.
did. Yeah, and I was like, Drat, I still need to save my money so I can get there. It's
Yeah.
okay. This one day at a time. I'll
All
get
in good,
there.
all in good time.
Yeah. What's the old saying? All good things to those who wait.
True.
Yes.
Good things
All
come to
good.
those who wait. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. And just keep being productive. Save up money. You'll get to those places. No need to worry.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sometimes I get jealous when I see some of my friends go to Japan and I'm still stuck here. So, but I can't let the jealousy take me over.
Just set a goal and be like, hey, by, the end of 2026 or 2027, I'm gonna be there or however long you need, and then just set that goal, start building out the plan, and then boom, you'll be there before you know it.
There you go. Well, now that the ice is broken, I guess we can get into the main event here. So I divide this up into 20 questions. Now, just to give you a heads up, I'm trying to change my tactics here lately since we're getting close to the end of this season. Um, I'm trying to do two-part questions now, so that way it can go a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
So hope that helps.
Ready. I'm ready for anything.
So now this one, we're going to do section one, the origin story. We always got to have an origin story before we get into it
Of
now.
course.
So this is going to be a two-part question, the first two-part question. Now,
Okay.
you started media as a reporter and anchor, if I got that correctly, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the moment you realized you wanted to pivot from acting and voice work? And number two, how did your background in journalism and broadcasting shape the way you approach performance today?
Yeah. Well, I guess it kind of starts with like, yeah, that class in high school I took, I remember being very confused a few years into high school about what I wanted to do. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. There were so many different opportunities. And in a sense, I'm kind of still like that too. Of just there's so many things I want to try out and see if I like it and stuff like that. I think many people can relate to that for sure. But I remember when I walked into the CCE, as it was called in my hometown, the Career Center, that's what we call it, Career Center East. And I got to see the television studio that they had set up there. I was just like something snapped in my brain. I was like, oh man, I would love to do this. I would love to try this out. And that was just kind of where I put all my effort into for a long while too. I started just I took the first class, which was like AV1 and everything. It was an audio video course. I learned editing. I learned, videography. I got to work with cameras and stuff. Apart from that, we also got to create news packages and stuff for the district broadcast that they were doing. That was super cool. And then eventually, I took, I think, two other semesters of that class, AV2, and then the AV practicum course. And really growing and learning a lot from the teacher there, Mr. Brandon Jackson, too, has been absolutely essential to everything I've been everything I learned and everything. He's just an amazing, amazing guy, and I definitely owe a lot to him. But not only him, but also to the amazing people that I met in the course and stuff. And so, just kind of getting to know them and some friends I'm still hang out with today, like literally Jacob Vu too, all the time. He's a good, very good friend of mine. We film stuff all the time. Um, but I just didn't really think much of it. Like I'd always had the idea and had the dream of going into on-camera acting at that time, but I just thought like I don't know. But when I started talking to guys like Jacob and stuff, and he said, oh, I love filming and stuff, I was like, oh, we should just film something. And just kind of there I really let my creative juices flowing on what was possible and my potential and stuff, and I kind of got more into on-camera acting as well as vocal and voice work as well. And um, I remember one of my mom's friends, when she watched one of the films that me and Jacob made, she said, she's like, you could do good in voice acting in anime. And I was like, I don't really know, like that's not really my thing. But I had done some audiobooks and stuff at that point, so I was just kind of like, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll keep an ear out and stuff. And eventually I just kind of, you know, started working more with anime and opening my horizons to the anime field of voice acting and stuff. And now that's pretty much all I do is the character work for anime and stuff with Crunchyroll as well. So it was just it was a very slow progression too, but I mean, look where we are today too. It's been pretty amazing the things I've been able to accomplish. Never would have thought way back when that this is where I would be. So I'm very grateful for everybody who helped make that happen.
Yeah, these things you want to do, it does take time. And listen, like sometimes when we find ourselves doing a new career, we have to like find ourselves and like, take a step back and think about our life choices and know what do I want to do for the rest of my life. Listen, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I graduated 3 years ago. Like it's been 3 years since I graduated from college. So
Congratulations.
my major at first was sports management, but then I
Hmm.
realized that's not what I was really after. So I had to think back to what exactly started out for me. So I decided to switch from that to media production and journalism. And I've gotten used to doing like all these photos and stuff, using Canva. Canva's got to be your best friend.
Oh yeah.
So I've done,
Canva.
yeah, Canva.
Oh, I love Canva. I'm definitely a big
Yeah, that's how I
fan.
made that promo of you, man.
Yeah, I look good.
So I had to I've used all those video programs and realized, this is like you know, maybe I'm good because the thing is I like seeing all these videos and people are putting out these days. I feel maybe I could do that. Because thing is, I've done 3 documentaries when I was in college.
Hmm.
So I was thinking, well, shoot, let's see how the whole, journalism podcasting thing goes. What was that?
I just have this thing on my. I don't mean to interrupt you too. I just have this thing on my desk.
I would say that looked cute right there.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
It's good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. So, yeah, I did 3 documentaries, and then, 2 years later in 2025, last year, I was thinking about what else could I do because I was like, I can't, the thing is, I had a falling out with someone with the photography thing. That's a story for another day. So I put photography back to shelf and thought back to what else I did in college. So I liked interviewing people and talking to people. So I was like, well, hey, let's see how this podcasting thing goes. My first episode went up to 1.1K views. And I
Impressive
was
work.
and I was like, okay, well, sure, okay, I guess I better keep doing it, see how it goes. Now I'm almost to 100 episodes now.
Look at you go, man. That's impressive work and a great starting origin story too. And you're still running strong. It's very impressive. Good job.
I just didn't think I can do it until just started working. Like I just put in the work first.
Yeah, absolutely. Take some
Mm.
time and effort too, but it's kind of like a snowball. Once it starts rolling too, it just starts picking up in speed and growing in size and stuff. You just can't let it lose that momentum, and you'll do some really great things. And that's clearly evident from what you've been doing. So, congrats to you.
I just realized that, I gotta put my degree to good use. I mean, we both do. I just can't sit on my hands and do nothing.
True.
That's what I thought. Like, I got to do something. I can't just I can't sit and do nothing. You gotta do something. Like, there's no saying, as long as you can do something at work, keep going. Just keep the pressure on. And, like, there's another old saying, man, my granddaddy is teaching me a lot this year. He said, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan.
Very true. I like that.
So just keep in mind, whatever you like doing, like the voice actor thing, like shoot, you didn't think you'd be voicing pretty big characters until now. Like, when you graduate, I was like, I don't think I could do this. Look what you're doing now. Same thing. My dad was like, hey, now don't forget, back in college, you didn't want to do journalism. Look what you're doing now.
True. Exactly. And rocking at it.
I guess it just grows in time.
Absolutely. I would say that's an accurate assessment.
So, but hey, Aiden, don't stop doing what you're doing. I like some of the stuff you're in. Don't stop.
No, definitely not, too. We're hoping for many more years and so many great characters on the way as well, hopefully.
Oh boy. Well, just keep those auditions going.
Yes. Audition, 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 and be okay with rejection, too, is what a lot of what they say.
Yeah, listen, I had that discussion with a lot of people. Once you get used to it, it doesn't phase you as much. And it's
Yep.
like, so we did our best and it's on to the next one.
True.
So, next up is, now, how were those early days like breaking into voice acting? What people didn't see behind the scenes? And part two, another part two question. Was there a moment where you felt like, okay, this might actually work?
Um, well, I mean, that's a tough question. Like, I guess kind of like you said, a lot of it is what they say with social media and stuff. I just remember when I first announced that I was going to be in it too. I didn't really know too much about the anime side of things, but when I announced that I had signed with Crunchyroll and everything, I just posted something on my Instagram, and then I got my first named role, I guess fairly quickly. I guess in relation to like other stories that I've heard of other voice actors in the community too. I got my first role with Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy, as Jin Rohan, and he, well, it was just like when I posted that announcement, it was like so many people were like messaging me like, "How'd you get into this? How did you do this? Like all this stuff and stuff, because they just saw the end result too. They didn't see the like, in some instances, years of time that went into building connections and learning the craft and everything like that. So I think it's just, that's kind of the thing with social media too, is you only see the wins too. You don't see all the tough stuff. And in some cases, it can come off as like luck or something like that. It's really not too. Not only, I would say if it was luck too, you wouldn't be able to maintain it. You know what I mean? If it was just like luck that got you into the game and stuff like that, then it wouldn't be maintainable. So I think the actions speak for itself and stuff like that. And we just kind of like I said, keep up the momentum and don't let it quit. And I've just kind of been very blessed with every opportunity I've gotten. And so I just, for me, it's like, I see this, I'm trying to think of when was the moment I was like, oh, this could be a thing. I guess kind of at my first like convention too, the Otaku Food Festival in Denton. I didn't have, or I guess my first convention was not that one. It was Anime Fest in Irving or Arlington, whichever one. Believe Irving at uh oh my God, what convention center was it? I'm like blanking on all the details and stuff.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah, but I only had two roles at that time, and that was my role in Tsukimichi, and then my second role, which was in My Hero Academia. So I'm like, I don't know how I made that jump. Everyone's like, how did you go from one show to My Hero? I'm like, I don't know. I wish I knew, but who knows? And I'll forever be grateful for whatever happened to make that happen. But just running a panel too for that first convention, I went to Anime Fest as a guest, just running a panel and seeing all these people that showed up for the panel, regardless of the fact that I didn't really have anything under my belt, that I just had these two roles. I had kind of pivoted more to my knowledge in business and stuff for my panel, and just seeing all the people that showed up and were so supportive and so kind, and you're doing great stuff, man, keep this up. And I was just like, oh man, like these people are amazing. Like I owe them so much because I didn't expect anybody to come into that panel, so I'll never forget that. And I just remember like I can do something with this, and we can impact a lot of lives in a positive light. And that's what I feel like has always been my mission to positively impact people's lives. But yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Of course, yeah. All those like listen, because when I heard you were also in My Hero Academia, I was like, well, shoot, like he saw an opportunity, he took it. So take the opportunity, man. You get to be part of a big franchise like that. By the way, that's going to be a question for later down the
Yes.
line here. But yeah, all those opportunities you see, if I can make someone else's day, that's all I can do. Listen. And I talked to Anthony Bowling about this a month ago. Anthony is very great. He was I was telling him like how far we've come on like as far as you guys doing voice acting, me and like interviewing you guys. Like I've been receiving so many DMs lately saying that I've inspired them to start their own show.
Look at
Like
that. Awesome.
I'm like, well, shoot, I'm just doing what I love. I'm not looking for any praise here.
And when you move with excellence too, that kind of inspires people to do the same. I was just at a short film competition the other day with Texas Horror Cult at the Texas Theater, and
Was that the
just the
one that y'all posted the other night? Was that the
yes, it
one?
is.
That's what
Yes,
it was.
yeah. We were supporting a good buddy of mine, Brendan Ray, and he was the star in one of the short films Off, which I thought was a very good film. Thought it was very well put together. But just those events are just so inspiring too. Everyone comes out of there looking for like, oh, I want to make the next project and stuff, and it's just like. Even if it's not like it doesn't even have to be the best thing in the world too, but if you just put something out there and say, "Hey, look, this is what I made," the people will come. It's like they say, if you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? It's like if you built that up and you're like, this is what I want to do, then other people will be inspired by that and either come to help or you just build a great network, a great support system, and you can do some really great things too. So
Well, I always tell people this, Aiden, celebrate the small victories. Celebrate the small victories. Celebrate the small moments. If you focus on the big moments, then it's going to be traumatizing.
I agree. Because sometimes the big moments can be far and few between as well. So celebrating any victory, that's why I say any win is a win too. You got to enjoy it. And I also said too, because I love investing and like financial education stuff. I always say gain is gain too. Like if you're gaining of something that you weren't in the case like profiting, you know what I mean? If you weren't
Mhm.
profiting off of before, that's more of in a financial sense, but you know what I mean? Like I'm not thinking like the word profit like financially, but if you're improving or inspiring people, that's something that you didn't have before, and that's something to celebrate, even if it's something very small too.
Exactly, exactly. And listen, sometimes we don't always get the ideal job we want at first, but as long as you got a job that's listen, as long as you got a job that's helping you get money for right now, take it. The job that you want to do will come later.
True, good words. I like it.
I have my moments, I just try to make sure I try to make sure I say the right thing here.
Yes.
So I don't want to say the wrong thing. Otherwise, what am I doing this for? So you get the picture. Um,
Absolutely.
Last question, then will be in section two. Okay. Now, looking back, what's one mistake early on that actually helped you grow the most?
A mistake I say that I made early on too that kind of helped me understand too. I would say it's just kind of it's a tough call. It's a tough call. It's kind of hard to look back at yourself too, and
I
you know,
know,
it's funny you say your own worst critic. So there's a lot of things I could say, but I
right?
would say just oh man. I don't know. I guess building that support system and surrounding yourself with the right people too. There were some
Mm,
instances in college and stuff where there were people that I were good friends with too, and I still, of course, wish them the best as well. But I realized too, um, I realized pretty quickly too that, you know, you have to be ambitious too. You have to want something. Like they would want things, but you have to work towards that desire and ambition and work towards it. And they were just, I want people to grow. I want to, you want people to be around you that's going to help you grow and not drag you down. You want to build each other up. It's like iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? And there can just be some cases. It's very hard to notice too. That's why some people get so stuck into it because talk is something anyone can talk to, but you can trust somebody's talk for only so long. It's the actions that really speak. They say so they could say, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this," but it's not going to be for maybe 6 months to a year or even longer, who knows how long, of them still talking and being like, okay, well, what are we gonna do though? Because I want to do this. Let's do it. You know what I mean? I want action too, and that's just kind of what makes stuff happen too. So I just finding the right people who will do that too can be very difficult. And I don't really know because I don't like, I feel like I'm being pretty negative about it too. I don't want to be like,
Well, it's okay. Listen, listen, I want all your thoughts. If it's
yeah.
negative, it's just fine. Positive, let's try to navigate it through that.
hmm It's just, yeah, but that's all I'll say about that too. But everything's great now. And that's kind of my hope too, is I hope that um, me like doing things and I want that to inspire people to be like, well, okay, if we were on the same level and Aiden's doing this stuff, that means I can do it. Like I say, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I really believe that too. There's not, it's just, do you have the drive to do it?
Exactly. And you gotta be hungry for it too.
Yes,
And like
100%.
you
Be
like I
hungry.
said, this goes back to what I'm saying. You can't sit on your hands and do nothing. You got to get after it. Like shoot, like if I'm gonna because anything that any career that you choose to do, whether it's voice acting, if you're a tattoo artist, an illustrator, listen, and I met so many tattoo artists in my area. There's a lot of tattoo shops. But anything that you do, you got to make sure, well, hey, well, shoot, I've seen this guy do it. I'm willing to learn more so I can do my own thing, so I can be successful at my own pace.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's on a different journey too. So just because that's where we all were, including myself, however many years ago, that doesn't mean that's not capable of change, or those people aren't capable of change and can't start to grow and uh, create a legacy that's truly fantastic and amazing and stands the test of time. But everyone's on their own at their own pace and on a different journey.
Other thing too, and I think you know Jack Broadbent, right? I
Yes,
spoke
I
to him.
do.
Yeah,
Yes, loved him. He's a cool guy.
yeah, I spoke to him back in season one of the show. And one thing that he did say that really caught my attention was, he was saying, comparison is the thief of joy.
True. I like that. Comparison is the thief of joy. I like that.
Yes. And and the thing is, I'm starting to learn as I continue to talk to you guys and everyone else that I listen, I'm trying to interview anybody I come across, whatever they've done. I'm trying to do that. I've learned that, some of you guys, y'all are just starting out, but you guys, listen, even though you guys are just starting out, y'all still got much like big roles to play. Well, there's always I've been saying the characters that you see in those shows or whatever else you're doing, they all have small roles. They have like big roles to play. You just don't see it until you start sitting down and just paying attention. All those big names you see out there. By the way, I'm going to another convention next month. There's some big names over there, Sean
Yeah.
Chanel, Lucy Christian, Sonny Strait. They're all going to be in Florida next
Yeah.
month, so I'm going to go over there. Yeah,
Super cool.
all those big names. Like, if y'all just focus on the main character, if y'all just focus on the main character, like, yeah, that's not the whole point of it. Like, if we watch if you see, I think you've seen My Hero Academia. Everyone knows you were in My Hero Academia. Everyone was so focused on, you know, everybody was just so focused on Deku, All Might, and the others. But if you paid attention to all the other crowds of people, they all had big roles to play as well.
Oh yeah.
And that's what people just don't understand. It's some fans just to be focused on the main characters, but that's not really the point of a
Yeah.
show. The show is not about the characters or flashy costumes or whatever they got on. It's about the story you're telling.
True. I agree. No character can be there for no reason.
hmm You
Or
know,
just like
I
that's
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, no, that's all I was saying too. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything that you see, even in the video games, and I talked to Jacob about this too, Jacob Schultz. He was saying like sometimes when you play like I don't know if you heard of the Batman Arkham series, if you heard of
Oh, I
that. And
love those games. I love those. I played them all the way through.
yeah, I just hold on.
Yeah.
I just got this last Friday.
Nice. How are you liking it? I've been thinking about picking it up, but I don't know.
Oh, Aiden, it's
Is
worth
it
your
good?
time. It is
I'll
worth your
check it
time.
out.
Please trust me. It is worth. Listen, when I was trying to get the game from GameStop, well, I was trying. Guess what? Close to my house, it was sold out.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
couldn't get the game. So guess what? One of my friends who works there, they know me so well. I'm the regular at the store. They called the one across town. I'm based in Georgia, by the way, in Savannah, and they told the Oakland mom to hold the game for me, and I got the last copy. And I also got the poster too. I got the poster.
Super cool.
So, but yes, Aiden, trust me, it's definitely worth your time if you go get this game.
I'll definitely check it out. Thanks for the recommendation.
Sure thing. Listen, I'm trying to listen. You know, I've been getting so many games lately because next month I'm about to get the new Star Fox game.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, because ever since they dropped the Super Mario Galaxy movie, they're making a new Star Fox game. I was like, no,
Oh yeah.
I gotta get the game
Gotta
after seeing
capitalize on that.
I gotta get the game after seeing Fox McCloud in there.
Oh yeah.
I just got to listen. I remember playing those Star Fox games back then, and when I was a kid, I was like, "Where's the other Star Fox game or whatnot?" My wish came true. I need it. So, but
Love it.
yeah, but going back to what I was saying, like another example with the Arkham series, like if you've been seeing all the thugs interacting in Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, all those characters are talking and coming up with their own conspiracies and everything. Like
Yeah.
Jacob was saying, that also builds character as well. So people
Oh
just
yeah.
focus on
It builds
Batman,
the
Cat,
world.
yeah, big
Yeah. Just
Batman,
makes it
Catwoman,
feel
and
lived
Nightwing.
in.
Mhm.
Sorry,
So
God, sorry. It's
you
kind of
good?
the delay, sorry, but it
Go
just
ahead.
makes the
We're
world
geeking
feel
out
lived
here.
in.
We're geeking out. My fault. Go ahead.
Yeah, oh, good. But as I was saying, it makes the world feel lived into, and it feels like real, like the world is actually alive when I'll be flying over, gliding over, listening, in the detective mode, and the thugs will be saying something. I'm like, I have never heard them say that before. It's like, how many lines did they record for some of these games? It's just very impressive too. Just really love them.
Exactly. And listen, sometimes when you listen to the thugs, you never know what you're gonna be missing out on. So you gotta pay
Mhm.
attention. Like one time when I was listening to one of those missions when I was about to fight the Cloudburst tank, one of them was like, call me crazy, but I think I saw Bruce Wayne earlier tonight.
Yeah,
That was Hush, who was going to Wayne Tower to
yeah.
get Lucius Fox. I was like, so Hush is back in town?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because last time I saw was Argo City, and I was like, wait, Hush is in this game? I didn't know he was in the game.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
remember that. It's
gosh.
super cool.
You be missing out on stuff. And this goes back to what I'm saying. All the main characters, whether it's Batman, All Might, that could go, etc., no matter who it is people tend to focus on the main characters that they don't pay attention to all the other side characters that's also in the story. Because you might be missing out on a few things.
True.
And when
I
they
agree.
had, and then when y'all had the final season, there was a lot of you big names in the final season, like Mallory Rodak in there, and then you
Yeah.
got well, Bryson. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Yeah, Bryson was in there too. They were in a lot of things in there, and I was like, well, shoot, stop paying attention to the main characters, y'all. Look at the supporting characters, please.
I agree. Because yep, I definitely agree. I love it.
Sorry.
It's just a testament to good world building as well when you're interested in checking stuff out. Like, one community that's huge on that is Star Wars. Every single different character has some extensive backstory. Like maybe one character that has 2 seconds of screen time in the main trilogy, and it's like, here's a 7-page Wikipedia about it.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, that's what I'd be saying. So yeah, like Jack says, comparison, Steve for Joy. Pay attention to all those side characters. Listen, sometimes I'd be telling you, all these big names you see out there, it's not always about them. You got all other people who are just in the background trying to shout us too, Ralph. So, sorry, I'm preaching here. Trying to catch my
I like
trying to catch my breath.
it.
So
I
sometimes I
like
can get into these venting sessions, Aiden. I'm trying to let it all out here.
No worries. I understand. Let's
So
say your thoughts.
yeah, I'm passionate about these things.
Good, good.
Well, let's go ahead and get into section two. So section two is breaking into anime and industry insight. So
Yeah.
time for another two-part question. I know I'm just throwing the match in, aren't I? Now, anime dubbing is super competitive, and it is just like 300 plus of you guys out there.
Feels like it.
Now, what do you think helped you stand out when you were getting started? Number two, the part two. What's something about working on anime dubs that fan would be surprised to learn?
Trying to think of something for that second part of that people haven't heard before. I think something that people haven't been surprised that may be surprised to hear if they haven't heard it already from other guests on your show and stuff, is that you barely interact with your castmates a lot of the time when you're doing the voice work, at least at Crunchyroll. When I was doing Gorilla God's go-to girl as Louie, there's a whole that was like my first romantic like show and everything like that. I was the main love interest to Tia Ballard's character, Sophia Reeler. And we're saying all this lovey-dovey stuff to each other in the booth and everything. And I never I met her maybe one time through the whole thing because of a promo that we did together, and that was pretty much it. So I just think that that's funny that you would think that with all the emotion and stuff that they're either there in the booth with you or something like that, but you're in the booth by yourself, of course, which I'm sure but other people may
Hmm.
not. But,
Yeah,
not only that, but you very rarely even, see the castmates because you don't know if they're recording on the same day. Even if it's on the same day, it could be hours apart, and you're long gone by the time they come in to record. So I think that's definitely an interesting thing. And then what was the first part of that question?
oh, I was saying anime dubbing is super competitive. What do you think helped you
Oh
stand
yeah.
out when you
You
were getting
stand out.
started?
That's kind of what I was saying with like when I first got my first name role, and it's like I don't know what the stars just aligned, the planets aligned or something, and I I don't know what made me stand out, like honestly. But I'm thankful for whatever did that made the directors like Jerry Jewell, Caitlin Glass, Sean Gann, and every director that I work with, Lee George, give me a chance just because I wouldn't been able to show my stuff without them. So I
True.
owe them a lot. I'm thankful for that every day.
Yeah, yeah, this, and yes, there's a lot of y'all. And listen, like every time I'll say this. Every time y'all record, y'all gotta have lots of less distraction. You gotta have less distraction, so there won't be because recording in one place. Well, let me say this: the reason why I thought you guys were recording in the same room because I saw an interview with Troy Baker and Laura Bailey doing Batman the Telltale series, and they were in the same room. So I
Oh,
was like.
interesting.
I was wondering, are they doing that or no? I think it might be different because it's a video game. This is for TV shows, so it's a different kind of ball game you're playing.
I'd say there's a lot of studios that are different too. So every studio may have different rules and stuff. But also, it could have been like what me and Tia did, where it was a promotional video. So they had
Okay.
us both in for the promotional video, but not actually for the real recording and stuff. So who knows?
Okay, okay. Well, hey, I'm learning how the thing works, just want to pick your brains. But also, and I'm glad that you mentioned Caitlin Glass because I met her 2 years ago. She's very sweet.
She
And
is amazing. I
and
love me
she
some
was
of them.
supposed to come back to my hometown this July, but they canceled it for some reason. I don't understand why they
Oh
canceled it.
no.
Like the district the district manager, I think we've been hearing bad things about him as
Uh-oh.
far as I can tell. So I was like, well, shoot, it might be the end of an era for me for going to these conventions. Like, is it getting darker in here? Hold on.
Let's
There
hope
we go.
not. But you never
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I don't know what's going on because now it's like I need to start going to conventions in the summer, like outside of my state. There's always still Atlanta. They just had MomoCon last weekend,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I couldn't make it there. Jordan Dash was there, and
Oh.
I just interviewed his wife, Kelsey Cruz. I couldn't catch him,
Oh.
so I was like, I got the wife, but I didn't get the husband.
Next time.
There's always next time. Always next time. I can't lose hope. So,
True.
and plus, after I talked to Kelsey's pretty sweet as well. So we had a few discussions. We're friends now, so we have discussions here and
Good.
there. So that's the point of these things. After we talk, we connect, we have the regular discussions, all that
Absolutely. That's what
stuff.
I'm hoping too.
So, but yeah, all those directors who got you also have to find common ground with the directors. Like you have to have certain relationships. Like I know some of you guys are not just VAs. You guys are have many talents, writers, directors, ADR. Chris Sabat has his own studio, Okatron 5000.
Sure.
So you, you guys wear many hats.
Absolutely. Yeah. I myself am editor, videographer, photographer as well.
Mhm.
And that's what I was doing right before this. And that's what I'm gonna be doing after this is getting some videos done, stuff, just using your talents.
Exactly. Use your talents. And like I said before, Aiden, some of you guys have other careers besides VAs. If y'all just stick with doing voice acting, there's more you could be doing. Like, mind my language, like shit. Cricket Leg, the voice of May. She's a therapist now. Like, I can go
Wow.
on.
Yeah.
Like Abby Try, Kayla Mills, they're singers. They sing a lot of things. Yeah, I could keep going. The list goes on. So you just gotta have those extra, you gotta have those extra careers in place because you never know what you're gonna get with just one. But you need more. Sometimes you need more than just one.
True.
And so, but yeah, but yes, yeah, this is like stuff I didn't know before. Like I thought when y'all recording stuff, y'all would be just like two people in the same session. But it turns out, I guess it depends on what you guys are doing. Projects like video games, or is it a TV show? Then it's different sets of games you're playing.
Yeah. And I mean, they do have people in the booth at Crunchyroll when you do Walla sessions. Usually that's like 3 or 4 people in one booth to get those full background noises for stadiums, classrooms, stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay. Well, shoot. Now I know, no, talking to you, so I'll know that going forward. So, oh, next one. Now, how do you prepare differently for anime roles compared to other types of acting?
Well, a lot of the time too, it kind of depends on the release schedule of the show that I'm doing. So in the case of, oh man, I'm trying to think of a show where I didn't most of the time when I got cast in a show, it's either the episodes are coming out like every week or it's a backlog, which means like the whole show is already out in Japanese. In that case, that was the case for Bogus Skill Fruit Master and Scooped Up by an S Rank Adventure, I could basically watch the entire season all the way through and know everything that was going to happen. So in doing so, I can kind of prepare beforehand of what characters we're going to meet, kind of my tone, everything like that before I even go into the studio, which is pretty cool. But in the case of like if it's weekly, or it's like a simul dub, then I can see maybe 1 week ahead or something like that. But if it's like on the same day, then usually I don't have much that I can look at. I just kind of do my research online, which I still do for all the characters regardless, just to get an idea, get a look at their character and all this stuff, and learn a little bit about the manga as well. Maybe read a few chapters and stuff, but to get the gist. But yeah, I mean, if it's something, you know, bigger like with Gachiakuta, I'm actively keeping up with the manga. That's just because I love the story too.
Mhm.
Aside from me, of course, being part of the cast or the English dub cast.
Yeah, of course, of course. And listen, and I like that you do that because some of you guys don't do research on the characters, probably because well, I will say this. Sometimes when a deadline is approaching, we don't have much time to do the research. We just got to go in and see what we can do. I know, I want. Okay, well, I'm trying to avoid saying the word procrastination because that's not the case.
Yeah,
Because some of these studios, like when, because you don't know what Japan is doing. You have no idea when Japan is dropping these episodes and whatnot, and it's like we have
right.
to rely on what we can use in our toolbox. Like you guys are on a short stream. We just got to use limitless, limited resources to get this project done.
Yeah, I agree.
So it may, and trust me, it's not easy because you have to constantly be ready to go. Like as soon as they call in, hey, we need you here, man. Let's get this thing that we got to get straight into. Like we don't have a lot of time. Like every time when something new comes out, you guys are strapped for time trying to get it done.
Yeah, true. Especially with yeah, there's never any breaks with Crunchyroll because then as soon as you're wrapped up with one show, you already got everything for next season's show, you know. At least that's how it works for the directors. So, for voice actors, we get a little break in between depending on how much we get cast, but they get their money's worth out of the directors, I'll say that much.
Well, you know the old saying, no rest for the weary.
True. Exactly.
So trust me, listen, sometimes when I be getting up and going to my job, I get tired. Trust me, I get tired. And it's like I'm trying to like stay up, but sometimes it's like I get my second win and I realize I gotta keep going.
Yes. Can't look at the clock.
Can't look at the clock. No, you just gotta find a certain rhythm.
True.
Anything that you do, especially with you guys producing and just spitting out episodes every week on Crunchyroll, yeah, you just gotta find a certain rhythm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Last question, then will be section three. Section three is going to be character deep dives.
Okay, I
So,
love it.
well, let's do this. Now, how has working in the space changed your appreciation for anime as a whole?
Oh, it has definitely grown my appreciation for anime too. And one of the things I say on a lot of podcasts I go on is that I wasn't really a big anime fan before I started doing it. It just wasn't my cup of tea, but the influences were certainly there because I loved shows like Teen Titans
Oh
and
yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, which are like those Western anime, kind of anime inspired in Teen Titans case. And I just loved those shows growing up. So I'm like, well, clearly I like something about it. But when I was watching, because with Tsukimichi being my first name draw, I was watching like every episode all the way through. And I don't necessarily do that every time anymore, which I probably should. But for that first one for Tsukimichi, I just really fell in love with it too. I thought it was just super cool, and I was like, "Damn!" I remember having a moment being like, "Damn, I get it. It would be cool to live in that world." And it's kind of like a video game and stuff because I love video games. That's one big thing about me. But
There you
uh,
go. Get that Lego Batman game.
yes, I'm thinking about getting Astro Bot. That's the next one. I know it's kind of old now, but it won Game of the Year, like either last year or something like that, or the year before. But I'm thinking about getting that and Baldur's Gate 3, which also won, I believe, Game of the Year a few years
There,
ago.
there you go.
But yeah, I want to check them both out.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you, have you seen the latest show that's kind of anime inspired? My Adventures with Superman.
I have not. No, I have not, but I've heard a lot about it.
Oh, these people, you listen out, man. Like I did a few. I actually just did I did an Instagram thing. I'm trying to post like more analysis on Instagram. Like I listen, I got the tools to do that. I just need to spend more time doing it. I did an
Sure.
analysis on My Adventures with Superman season three. Season three drops next month.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah. So I think I was telling people that this time we're going to be dealing with Cyborg Superman. So pretty much this season is going to be adapting the Reign of the Superman arc.
Okay, cool.
So
Like
because I don't know if you saw the new 52 movies back then when they did, Justice League Dark.
I
You
did,
know, you
yes.
did what you think of that series?
I liked it too. I thought it was pretty cool. I think that was like back when I was like in middle school or something, maybe in middle school, first starting high school or something like that. But yeah, I remember watching those too. I'd watch them on my iPad that I got from school and stuff.
Okay.
And
Yeah, Justice League War. They also did Justice
yeah.
League versus Teen Titans.
Wasn't there a Flashpoint one as
Yeah,
well?
Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox.
Yes, I have that one on DVD, I remember. So I definitely like that one.
Yeah. My most favorite one would have to be Batman Hush.
I have not seen that one, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, people kept saying the movie was bad, but why? It's pretty good. And I was like, y'all, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. I watched Son of Batman as well. I remember that one. That
Yeah.
was in one.
I was trying to encourage people to go back and watch The Death of Superman and Reign of the Superman. Because
Mhm.
just to get them ready for season three, because if you watch The Death of Superman, Hank Henshaw, he's Cyborg Superman. He was killed by Doomsday when they were in outer space. I think Darkseid sent that asteroid Doomsday and hurtling towards Earth to try to conquer it, and then Doomsday destroyed the asteroid destroyed the spaceship that Hank Henshaw was in with his wife.
Yeah.
So, and then like after Superman killed Doom, and then Superman died because of the fight with Doomsday. He has been reincarnated into a cyborg, which is Cyborg Superman, because Darkseid, he resurrected him to because
Hmm.
now he was out for revenge because Superman was responsible for not saving him and his wife.
Yeah.
So I tell people these things because you miss out on a lot of details and information. Like, shoot, there's a lot of storytelling in those movies. So that's why I was encouraging them, go watch those two Superman films before y'all watch My Adventures with Superman season 3. Because there's a lot of details. Because now they like I can't believe they're bringing Cyborg Superman Super season 3. And that made me have to go watch the old movies again.
I'll have to check. I haven't seen it. I've been watching Invincible though, which I know it's not really anime inspired or anything, but I've been really enjoying the show. I thought season 4 was probably might have been one of my favorite seasons. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had always thought Invincible was kind of like, it was okay, but season 4 I was like, shit, it's actually kind of
People
good.
kept people kept sending me messages on the DM saying, "Hey, you need to watch Invisible." And I was like, I don't know, is it any good? I mean,
I think season 1 and season 4 are, I mean, they're all like pretty good, but I just felt like something in season 2 and 3 just kind of like it just kind of drags a little bit up until,
okay.
the end of season 3 and stuff is cool. But or I don't even know if it really drags. There's just something about it that did not really stand out to me. But with season 4, I'm like, maybe it's just because I've been invested in it now. But I was like excited to watch it. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh man, like this is actually getting interesting. And I don't know. I don't know how much, yeah, I don't know. I don't read the comics or anything, but I do enjoy the show.
Um,
It's been growing on me.
I'll make sure to add. Well, sure, I'll give it a look. Thing is, I'm trying to add some more shows to watch this summer on my watch list. So, I'm trying to, I've already added a few things. When I spoke to, I don't know if you saw, because I did talk to Ryan Bartley. She's very sweet, and I
No.
was like, I'm going to look into ReZero. I'll add it to my watch list. So I just listen. The more I talk to you, the more shows I'm adding to my watch list.
Yes. Make sure Gachiakuta's on there though if you haven't already watched it.
Oh no, 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 no! It's on there. I'm halfway through season 1. I need to finish it. The season one's been the show's been great so far. Like, and I think and plus I'll try to keep it to a minimum. There's been so much backlash with the creator and everything. I don't understand because I did an analysis about that, and I was like they just want attention.
What was your conclusion with your analysis? Is that you think that
Oh, you're talking about when I did the video the other day? Yeah, it's just
I didn't get to watch it. I'd like to watch that, but it's
yeah.
definitely taking the community by storm a little bit. I don't want to speak too much on it, of course, but
I'll send you the video later.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So, but yeah, here's the thing. I've actually enjoyed the show. Shoot, I pop popcorn at night so I can watch a few episodes.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it.
And so I just restocked more popcorn this week, so I was out.
What kind
So
did you get? You like the kettle corn, or do you just like the classic like movie theater butter?
Orville.
Yeah, Orville Redenbacher. I like that too. That's a good
I
brand.
love that popcorn.
I've been getting into the popcorners too. You had that they're like the popcorn, but they're like look like chips and stuff. They're pretty good.
No.
I can't lie.
Well, shoot. I'll make sure to check it out.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Okay.
I like their kettle corn flavor. That's why I was asking. But you have to go into it thinking that you're eating popcorn and not eating chips, even though it looks like a chip. But if you like think about, oh, it's gonna taste like a tortilla chip, you're gonna think like this tastes stale and weird, but it's like it's popcorn. It's not chips.
Okay.
It's like, which I think is cool. But
All
yeah.
right. Well, shoot. I'll make sure to take a look at it. All right. Now we're in section 3. So character deep dives. Now let's start with the big one, Gachiakuta, because they just had the Emmy Awards last weekend and they won 3 awards.
Yeah, super happy
So,
about that. Best
so
character design, best new show. What was the third one?
the third one was let's see, best character design, best new show. Oh, they said what else? What's the best supporting characters? Or hold on, what was it? Because it said it won 3. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because yeah, it won 3 awards that weekend. And let's see, because it won. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up right quick if I can see it. Man, they got so much stuff here.
Oh, no worries, too. No, worries, but it definitely won.
Yeah, that's all I know. Oh wait. I think I just found it. Hold on, cause oh, I don't know if I can find it right quick. Oh well, we'll just look. I'll look at it. But yes, it won 3 awards, so and I think it deserved it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's a pretty great show too. I've really enjoyed it too. And I was hoping for sure. I was like, certainly the character designs, because it's just so unique and it's just very cool what they do with all the characters and everything. And it's a amazing world that Kirana created, and um, it's just it's just super cool. I was kind of surprised too with the Anime Awards that Chainsaw Man didn't get very much. I thought for sure I thought it was gonna get something like
Yeah, I
uh,
was hoping for that too. I know Demon Slayer won Best Movie of the Year because it grossed so much money
yeah.
last year, and
I didn't even see the movie. I saw the Chainsaw Man one. I didn't watch the Demon Slayer one. Not because I didn't care or anything. I just never got to see it. But
My Hero Academia won for the final season. So there's
yeah, yeah.
that.
Yeah, there.
Shoot.
I think that all the winners definitely deserved it too. I was just kind of surprised by Chainsaw Man. I thought we were going to get a little bit more from them than I think they only won. I think they still won something. What did they win? I can't remember. I don't want to. It's
We'll
it's
figure.
okay. I know they
We'll
won
figure it
something.
out. But yes, I also speaking of My Hero Academia, I just got 3 new shirts coming from Hot Topic.
Let's go. Very
They
cool.
announced those 3 new shirts today, and I was like, I need to get the Hot Topic and see if they got them.
Do they have
And guess
vigilante shirts?
they didn't have. I think they sold out of vigilante shirts.
Wow, cool.
So the 3 ones that I got was Deku Bako and All Might, but some of them got symbols and the color stuff. One was a
Uh,
symbol, it was orange, and there's my image A symbol up on the top, and then the characters on the back of the shirt.
oh, super cool.
And I was
Yeah.
like, well, shoot, let me get this shirt before they sell out. So I ordered it. It won't be at the store until next Wednesday.
Nice.
Hey, when I see something, I gotta get it.
Rocking it on the next episode.
There you go. When I see something, I gotta get it. So let's start with Gachiakuta, which has been getting a lot of recognition. Now, what drew you to Follo Tunito as a character? Part two. Gachiaka has won awards and built a strong following. Now, did that add any pressure or excitement when bringing Folio to life?
Yeah, so Follow Tunito. He's a super cool character too. I will be when I now I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm gonna get into some manga spoilers. Do you mind, or would you rather me not spoil?
Go ahead, man. I'm good. I don't care about
Okay, I was
spoilers.
like, I don't have to if you'd rather not
I'm
me
used to
not.
reading manga ahead of the show, so I'm good. Like, shoot, I read My Hero Academia manga before they came out with the final season.
Yeah, well, super cool. Which, in that case, too, follows just he's a super cool character because of kind of his arc that happens later in the manga too. He has a pretty big moment too in later chapters and stuff, and just kind of what he is capable of and his ambition and wanting to be something greater than himself. And it's just been a true honor voicing him too. I actually have a bracelet too with his name on it that a fan made for
Cool.
me at a con. I literally wear it every day. I'm like kind of scared I'm gonna break it, but
Don't
um
break it, man. That's good. Keep it.
yeah, I know I love it. I wear it all the time too. It's super cool. But yeah, I would say to answer the second part of your question, the definitely the community and the fandom, and especially the community around Follow himself, has definitely put some pressure on me. But not in a bad way too. It's more like I want to do right by the fans too, and I think that's something beautiful that there can be a dynamic like that where fans, influence a very good performance, or what I hope will be a very great performance because we don't know when that's going to be adapted into the show. Maybe it might make it into season two. I know there's definitely going to be more follow in season two, of course, but I'm not sure if we're going to get quite to his arc, but we'll see. But regardless, putting that pressure on there means, it's going to put me in a state where I'm like, I gotta, take this very seriously. I've done my research, which I was doing it regardless, but there's a whole added level of something with that character in that show that I hadn't really experienced before at that point, and I'm super grateful for that as well. I'm very grateful for the fans and everybody who's been supporting me through that. I love it.
Well, hey, listen. When that arc comes, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I'll make sure, like I said, I'll pop my Orville popcorn and watch it.
Yes. I have to send a picture and I'll repost it with the
Yeah, listen. I don't listen. These things take time. Listen, every art that you see, and and I spoke to Jason Douglas about this back in March. When they
yeah.
were bringing back Dragon Ball Super later this fall, I told him like we gotta wait. I'll be patient. This stuff takes time. We gotta remember it takes time. Like when they stopped doing that show in 2018, like it took us 8 years to get back into that show. So, but they still have other things too. They never left. They still have to make games. They won't stop making games, Aiden. Like,
I know.
like they won't stop.
I
So
know.
it's the same thing with you, like with Froyo, because I know because I've been reading some of the manga too. Like he does have his moments, like poof, huge miraculous moments in there. And this
Oh
goes
yeah.
back to what I'm saying. Y'all be underestimating the side characters. Y'all stop doing that. You're missing out on what you want to see. So you have to, like I said, let's just sit back and enjoy the show and wait. We don't want to rush
True.
into this. Like, have we not learned anything from Avengers Endgame? The directors, Anthony and Joe Russo, they wanted to backseat the villain. All right, we don't want
Oh,
to get into the fight scenes yet because that's not their target. We're trying to get the Infinity Stones. Then we can see all the action sequences. Let's start with the quiet moments first. And I actually
yeah.
kind of like the quiet moments because listen, the loud moments get too tiring and exhausting. I want the quiet moments first.
I agree. It can be a little bit like overstimulating in some instances and overwhelming when it's too much of the same thing.
Exactly. So, and I've learned to appreciate all those. Listen, when they dropped those the final season of My Academia, there was a lot of quiet moments, but it didn't phase me as much because it's part of the story. Like we gotta have a slow transition into what's about to happen next. So same thing with you with Gachiakuta. We gotta transition into that story arc because there's a lot that's gonna happen along with Folio along the way.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and listen, I appreciate the quiet scene, so I would like you guys to keep doing that, okay? Let me make sure I be ready for what's about to happen next.
Definitely. You got to build a, it can't be like it's a I have a buddy of mine who made this analogy I think fits perfectly with what you're saying, but it's like on a roller coaster, would it be fun if you were at the top the whole time? It's like no, the fun part of the roller coaster is that there's ups and downs and then you go all over the place and stuff and the loop through loops. It's like you can't be going up the roller coaster the whole time. It's just boring. You need to have that slow moment to get to what the exciting part when, it finally comes down.
It, exactly. So yeah, let's keep that momentum going because I like it.
I agree.
So, next up, now, how did you find Folio's voice and emotional tone? Was it immediate or did it evolve over time?
It was pretty quick too. Follow is actually pretty close to my regular voice. In fact, I'd say 80% of the characters I voice are pretty close to my regular voice. And just the reason for that a lot of times is because when a director calls you in, it's because they're familiar with your voice, in a particular way. It's just kind of like it's like they imprint that voice onto whatever character they're looking for. In the case of Gachiakuta, I had worked with Lee George in the past on Undead Unwanted Adventure as Rise Danner, along with my great castmates, Alex Hom, who voiced the main character Rent, and then Lexa Childress, who was kind of my scene partner and a lot of stuff as Laura Sati. And just kind of I was the swordsman, like, trying to be the tough guy and stuff like that. And whatever, vocal performance I put into that, Lee clearly remembered that and stuff because I had worked with him on a few things and stuff. So casting me as a character, and then in another one as I also did Red Ranger with Lee as well. So just kind of building that rapport and just kind of understanding what my vocal tone is, and he thought that'd be a good fit for the character, and according to the fans, it was a good fit. So we'll see.
One thing and I'm glad you said that because one thing I've learned every different characters that you've done, and then you start to get a new role, like you develop your voice for a certain character every time you do different characters in different shows. That's something that I've also noticed this last year. because I'd be paying attention to this stuff. I would say, okay, now I see how they do these certain voices. Like, how do I put my personality into this character? Sometimes it can be different ways. Let me say this: it can be different ways first. Sometimes y'all have different ways. Y'all do research, and sometimes y'all have other ways of doing it. Like you do different characters in every other series, and then it starts to develop as you go into this certain character in a show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say that's a nice trick. I mean, I've been seeing y'all doing it for a while and it seems to be working.
I would say so. Yeah, I think so.
Aiden, sometimes I'd be slow and stumble across these things. I'm trying to catch up so I can get a full understanding.
You're doing a good job.
So, listen, I like being aware of my surroundings. I like researching. Listen, I'm trying to read more too now, analytical. So, just, I just pay attention to these certain things. But yes, what you said right there, just, I just do different shows for different people. And then I start
Yeah.
developing a voice for your character folio as time and progresses.
Yeah.
And did you mention Alex Hornbeck?
Not Alex Hamback, Alex Hom, I believe.
That's what you meant,
Uh,
Alex Hom?
yes, I know who you're talking about, though. I know them both.
Okay, I was just making sure because I was like, wait, did he mention? I don't know what, because I'm actually going to talk to him next week.
Oh yeah, he's very cool as well. We did a con together not too long ago.
Uh,
Alex Handback. Yeah, yeah, Alex Handback. Different from who I was talking about. Talking about Alex Hom.
my
Alex Hom,
bad.
I believe in. He's in a bunch of stuff. Undead Unwanted, Apothecary Diaries, I believe, and I can't remember his whole resume at this moment, but I know he's in a ton of stuff. He's in another show with me that Lee's directing, Marriage Toxin, which is going on right now.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up with the Apothecary Diaries, especially since we're showing the others about to do season three, and now there's a movie coming out. You
Yes, you
know,
do.
I met Emmy Lowe at Anime Weekend Atlanta last Christmas. She's very sweet as well.
Oh,
I do have plans to talk to her, but some of these guys are not easy to get. But you don't
yep.
know until you try. Even Anthony Bowen saying, just shoot your shot. It's not if you're worth their time, it's if they have time.
Yeah.
So
Great.
so just gotta keep the pressure because I really do want to talk about Pocket Eras because I've been doing a lot of research on that show as well, understanding the culture and all the stuff that they do. And when we were talking about this, it makes sense that Sean Gann would get an all Asian cast, which makes sense because if you saw those, I don't know if I think you who am I talking to? You saw a few episodes up to this point. So it's talking about the whole Chinese culture and everything. And I'm starting to
Yeah.
like, sometimes I like to pay attention for context clues. And I was like, okay, so now I'm learning how they did things. Kind of
Yeah.
something like, and how they do medicines. My Momo, she's Mao Mao.
Um,
She's like a healthcare person. Like she's trying to get like, medicines and all that stuff.
yeah.
So yeah. The more I watch these things, the more I can like understand it as well.
Fair
So
enough. I like that.
that's true. Listen, I just can't help myself. Listen, I was all in for entertainment when I was in high school, but now I'm at a certain age. Like, listen, I'm only 25 years old, so I'm trying to, look for context clues now.
Definitely.
So, still want to watch for fun, but I want to make sure I'm paying attention.
It's a good show. I
There you
watch
go.
it for sure.
Yep. So, next up, this one's about Moonlit Fantasy. Okay,
Yes, love
so
that show as well.
So with Jin Rohan and Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy, what makes them different from Folio in terms of personality and performance?
Um, I think it's kind of interesting because I actually compare Jin and Follow a lot because they are kind of very similar. Um, they both have a goal they want to achieve. But I'd say Jin is kind of more he knows exactly what he wants to do in his case with be the best and become stronger and everything like that. And he has his goal in mind where he wants to apologize to his childhood friend Miranda for, I guess, not being brave and standing up for her in that moment and stuff, but or being scared of her, feeling like a coward. But he gets that through the training, through Makoto's training and working with his classmates, Abelia and Mithra and Izumo and all them. But I think that I mean, I don't know, they're mainly different. I guess Jin feels a lot more confident in himself and his abilities than Follow. Follow it takes time for him to get there. And Jin is like right off the bat, he's like, I know what I want, and I'm gonna get it. He's got that ambition and he's got the confidence to see it fulfilled. Where Follow, he has the ambition, but he's not exactly very confident about it.
Okay, okay. And and guess what? Sometimes when you do different characters, they have like different personalities and backstories. And the trick is, you gotta sometimes figure out, how exactly is this gonna like go down. Just like you said with Jin, he had different responsibilities than Folio did. Like he was faced with a tough choice. And he was just trying, I think the main thing he was trying to do, he was just trying to be the best version of himself he can be, if I'm saying this correctly.
Yeah,
So
I think so. I think it's fair.
no, sorry, I'm sweating in here.
No,
I
you're
don't think
good.
I don't think the air is on.
Uh,
So
do what you got to do.
I know. So yeah, so and sometimes it gets tricky because you've voiced so many characters in different shows. And I'll give you a few examples. You got Chris Savage, who's voiced All Might, Vegeta, and Piccolo. And he's basically voiced the two same characters in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that you got to had these guys used to like. He's used to playing like the dark version of a character, which is Vegeta mostly. But
Yeah.
then when he transitioned to like Piccolo or All Might, he's kind of more like the dad figure and it's inspirational person. So, but no, Vegeta's got a little better over years. So I don't want to diss him like that. So
Yeah.
yes, so yeah, all those different characters, you basically have to learn what their flaws is, what their quirks is. Oh, quote My Hero Academia. It's the whole package.
Definitely.
So whole package. So it's more like understanding and watching how they do things. And sometimes, and also I will say this, sometimes y'all have to pay attention about what the Japanese voice actor is doing. That's the other thing y'all also got to keep in mind too. Because sometimes it's like, oh shoot, they did this. Okay, well, how can I do this now? Because Japanese voice actors are phenomenal. I will say that. It is true. You can agree with me on this. You've seen all the work they've done over the last as 10 years. So it's really amazing.
For sure. I definitely agree with that.
So, um,
That's
but
why we
yeah.
work so hard to emulate it.
There you go. Well, shoot, I might have to give Jim, and I'm gonna have to give that as show a watch. See, now you made me add another show to my watch list I need to watch.
And season 3 for Tsukimichi is coming as well, too. We'll see when, but season 2 is when Jin comes in. So
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I got stuff to do. So, last one. This is gonna be a big one here. Okay, I hope you're ready.
let's hear
Now,
it.
you've also been part of My Hero Academia.
Yes.
Now,
Big.
what's it like stepping into a world that already has such a massive global fan base?
Well, I remember watching My Hero. Of course, everybody's heard of My Hero Academia at this point, but I remember watching like season 1 with my cousin Jonah too. I tell the story a lot on shows, but it's one of his favorite shows, and he was just like, showing me the show. We watched a couple episodes, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this Deku guy. All he does is cry in the first few episodes. First few, whatever. But I was like, oh, it's cool. If you like it, I like it. All that good stuff and stuff. But so you can imagine when I got the email that I was going to be in My Hero Academia as a character, I was like, oh my gosh, not a very big character, mind you, but just part of the legacy, as you said, was truly incredible. Joan was the
Yeah.
first person that I messaged and told him. I was like, oh man, you're not gonna believe this, but go watch my new episode right now. It's out on Crunchyroll. I'm in My Hero Academia. It was pretty it
Well,
was it
listen.
was
This is what
fun.
I'm saying. Small characters have big roles to play. Okay, so
True.
take the win.
I certainly did.
Shoot, Aiden, you were a voice alongside Natalie Vance Steam. Take. That's a win right there. Take it.
I definitely agree. Yeah.
Actually,
I
actually,
celebrate those wins, that's for sure.
I actually met Natalie last. I met her too at Anime Weekend Atlanta too. She's very awesome as well. So she was starring straight. I was telling her, why did they have to kill off your character like that, man? I don't like it.
I know it was way too fast. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was thinking, it was the start of the season, and we were like, we were like, oh, okay, cool. It's like the new character and stuff. We're gonna be riding along with her. Oh no, she's dead. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, well,
Uh,
that's the end of that.
I don't care what y'all say. She did an amazing job of Star and Stripe. I don't care.
Oh, I think she
She was
was
a great
great. Fantastic.
character. Like shoot, I didn't know that her character was a young kid in the first My Hero Academia movie.
Yeah. Yep.
My
Yep.
gosh,
It was
I did
cool how
not
it
know
all tied
that.
together.
Yeah. So I was telling her, listen, I still support, and I'm still showing love to Star and Stripe. I mentioned Natalie Van City in my story, and I'm saying, hey, Natalie, your girl's back. And
Yeah.
they were making games for My Hero Academia, and she mentioned me in her story, saying, I love my girl Star and Stripe.
Star and Stripe.
Listen, I don't care what characters you guys doing. If I can show support in any way I can, that's all I can do. I don't care if it's a big or small character. I will take it. Shoot, you guys aren't just voice actors, voice actors. You guys sometimes like you guys are my friends too. I want to support my friends as well.
Well, I know we definitely appreciate that, Phil. Thank you.
So I don't want to leave y'all hanging in the lurch.
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
We
but
want that.
yes. But yeah, all those big like yeah, those big franchises. As long as you're in front of those big franchises like My Hero Academia, One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, shoot, take it and run.
True.
Don't just
Make the
sit there
most
and
of
wait.
it.
Don't just sit there and wait for the next opportunity. Just take it.
You know I will.
So speaking of My Hero Academia, that's not the only person I'm seeing. So I booked a plane to go see my sister in Raleigh, North Carolina. The GalaxyCon is happening over there. So
I was gonna say you're gonna say our
Justin,
Gachiakon.
yeah, so Justin Briner, Cliff, and Chapper Amber are going to be there.
Nice.
So I was like, well, shoot, I can't miss this opportunity now.
That'll
I
be
was like,
exciting.
listen, I already booked my plane ticket. There's no turning back.
Yeah. Commit 100%.
Listen,
I
I
hope to be
wanted,
a guest at GalaxyCon one day.
well, shoot. We'll just keep applying, well, actually, they have to reach out to you first, but I can try to get them to recommend y'all. So maybe I'll send out
Yeah,
buzzy
recommendations
emails.
go a long way.
Exactly. So, but yes, but when I heard those two, Deku and Baku, wouldn't be at the show, I was like, well, I got to go in deeper. We're too far in to turn back now.
Definitely.
So, we're getting close to the end here, but before we continue, how you just enjoying our discussion so far?
I've been enjoying it too. It's been a great time talking with you and stuff, and thanks for having me on. It's been cool just kind of having a conversation.
Exactly. Shoot. Oh, listen, like I said, yeah, I know some of you guys don't want to talk about animation all day, but you guys, y'all make an exception.
Yeah.
So
Likewise.
now, number 17, do you see voice acting as purely performance, or is there a technical side that people overlook?
Um, I think the performance itself is the performance and stuff. I know that there's definitely a lot to the skill and the craft and stuff as far as vocal control and volume and all that good stuff. But there's definitely like a technical aspect in the sense that um there's a whole business side to it, you know what I mean, of marketing yourself and like you said, posting your wins and everything like that that kind of goes overlooked by a lot of voice actors and stuff, and just keeping yourself relevant in the spaces and stuff, I think is super important.
Yeah. And listen, and I said this before, when y'all do this stuff, the voice acting thing is not easy at all. It's not. And that's what some fans over there is like. You see fans at all these events, and it's like, oh, this seems pretty easy. I could do something like that. Yeah, from our perspective, it looks
Harder than
easy,
you
but
think. Harder
from
than
your perspective, nope, it's not easy.
I would agree with that. It's hard. It's much harder than people think.
So like you got so much like, you gotta make sure your voice is okay, make sure you know exactly what you're doing, the emotions, you gotta pull out all the emotions. There's a lot of phases involved when you do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
So
definitely.
and it's the most crucial part is, oh shoot, how can I make sure my voice is up to par, like par for the course, making
Yeah,
sure that it's ready to go when the time comes. That's
yeah,
another trick thing that fans just don't understand.
I agree. I agree. It's just there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not for everybody. But I'm been thankful to have every opportunity that I've gotten, and getting to come in pretty consistently and build those relationships with amazing people and get to keep honing my craft every day, which is pretty awesome.
I was gonna ask, have you ever had fans that kind of ask you like, is the voice acting thing easy or hard? Have you ever had those questions asked before?
All the time, all the time. I get asked that, and then the second, I would say the top question I get all the time is, "How did you get into it?" They always ask how I got
Okay.
into it, and then I've also had fans too that come up to me and they want my thoughts on their reels and everything like that, and I'm always supportive as I can be, and helping them grow, and because it all goes back to making a positive impact in people's lives and stuff too. I really value that, and I'd like to shake up the game a little bit as far as making the fans feel special and like that this is really is a community too, even though I'm dropping my little fella.
Don't drop him. Don't drop
I
him.
don't want to drop them, but even though it's like, it feels like I'm, for some fans, it feels like, oh, I'm this guy, and it's like a big deal. It's like, we can just sit down and chat and keep it chill. I'm just a regular person, just like you too. I don't want them to forget that. I don't think, you know, you gotta stay humble and realize kind of what it is too. We're all just people too. So let's use what we do here to make a positive change in many people's lives. And I hope I have accomplished that and will keep doing so for a long time.
Yeah, keep making people happy and keep making the magic happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we're at the finale here, okay?
Okay.
Now, as someone who transitioned from media into acting, what advice would you give to creatives trying to pivot into a new field?
Um, the advice I would give is to not, I say this a lot. But the advice I would give is to not set the roadblocks for yourself. If you're going to do something, commit to it. Many people, just in whatever regard it is, they think it's kind of like what Jack was saying that comparison is the thief of joy. If you set those roadblocks for yourself out of comparison because you're looking at somebody else who's doing it and think, oh, well, they do this and I don't do that, and they have this and I don't have that, then you're just you're stopping yourself essentially from getting there. And well, I can't do this until I do this. Like, says who? You know what I mean? Is what I would respond to that. Like, says who? Who says you can't start and do it now, just with whatever you have? And it's like, sure, you may not be, you're not going to rocket to the top overnight. Nobody is, but it takes a long time to build that stuff up. But you can start now, and you can improve every day, and you can find something that you want to change or adjust or post or audition for, anything like that every day. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of my thing is that on your journey, life is going to set those roadblocks for you regardless. So you're not doing yourself any favors by, stopping yourself, putting those roadblocks up yourself. Wait for life to give you those roadblocks. Then you decide what to do, with that. Then you decide how to get over it, how to smash through that roadblock or climb over it or go around or whatever the solution is. But don't set it for yourself and put that and stop yourself.
Yeah, everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think so.
Just, just like you said, don't set the robots. Keep doing the work, and just making sure, like, if you do decide to pivot to something, sure, go for it, and make sure you research before you do something new.
Yeah, I agree.
So, all right, last question. Now, when people look back at your career years from now, what do you want Aiden Call to be known for?
Oh man, that's a good question too. I hope that I'm known as I've always said like I feel like I'll have made it if I'm looking in a YouTube comment section on some video about maybe a character I played or a show I was in, and somebody in the comments is like, I got to meet him at this place and he was so nice. You know what I mean? That's when I'd be like, okay, I made it. I just want to have a like literally like just a positive influence on people that they remembered that when they met me that it was like a positive moment in their life and that I made their day a little better and a little bit brighter stuff and too, because it can be so easy to get caught up in the all the craziness of the world, especially today. And if I can, change that and leave a lasting legacy that inspires people to kind of follow in that light and stuff, and I can say that I've made an impact in the world and changed the world a little bit. I like to shake things up a little bit and make people think in ways that they're like, well, I wasn't thinking of doing it this way, but I see Aiden doing it, and so that makes me inspired to think that I can do that too. And that's all I really want.
Exactly. We're at the end of the day, well, we're just trying to inspire, and we're also trying to live life too. That's all we're trying to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Like no matter what career that you're doing, whether it's the voice acting side or anything else, like shoot, I'm just trying to live at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, true.
That's all we're doing.
I
So,
like
well, I think that kind of wraps everything up. What'd you think?
I love it. I love it. Super awesome too. And what'd you think, oh, buddy? Oh, I thought it was
That's very amazing, man. Well, shoot.
I don't know why I
Well,
keep messing with that thing.
well, shoot. You just gave me new shows to go watch now.
Yes, love it.
Shoot,
I
man,
hope.
I got a huge playlist for this summer. Oh my gosh, I got to get started watching now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to get started. Summertime's here and nothing but time. Let's do it.
Exactly.